Hi and welcome to the Warhammies. Today we are going to be covering my Ogryn's Bullgryn build. Now this is pretty much a model ripped straight from the tabletop, but it's all about making sure that you are the wall in between your team and the enemies. If you want to catch more 40k content, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the build. So, in terms of loadout, we're going to be running the Mark III Slab Shield and the Mark III Grenadier Gauntlet. For the Slab Shield, the blessings, we're going to be running Confident Strike and Thunder Strike. Confident Strike gives us some additional toughness on chained hits, and Thunder Strike means we're going to be getting some additional impact to knock those enemies around. The Grenadier Gauntlet, we're going to be using Pinpointing Target and Shattering Impact. Pinpointing Target gives us some additional power the longer we aim, meaning we can get a bonus of up to 40% extra power on our shots. Shattering Impact, I appreciate the blessing there has almost some coding text, but Shattering Impact means the target receives either 1 to 4 stacks of 5% brittleness on direct projectile hit, lasting 5 seconds. As it's level 3, that will be 3 stacks of 5% brittleness. Onto the curios, we're going to be running a +3 stamina. Now this is my fantastic roll for a stamina curio, where it just buffs everything to do with stamina. Then 20% max health, and 20% max health. You'll notice these are only Exalted level, rather than Transcendent, and that is solely because I just managed to pick them up in the store. I've been running a 18% health boost, and they haven't had any good blessing rolls on them, so hence why they're purple and not the gold colour. Onto the talents. So we're going to be taking a bit of an odd route down the talent tree, but the main thing, we're going to quickly branch off left to pick up Furious and Smash 'em, and the best defense. Now these are all about allowing us to rebuild additional toughness for hordes as well as large single targets. Furious just gives us some additional heavy melee attack damage. Pick up Heavyweight, it just means we're going to be doing more damage to those bigger enemies, and we get a damage reduction against them. Then pick up Linchpin, because we're going to be rebuilding toughness and we're going to be increasing our coherency aura later. Then pick up Toughness Boost. Now I like to go for the Frag Bomb. Now the reason for this is you could go bombs away. However, the Frag Bomb is a nice, kind of almost panic button. If the team is getting overwhelmed and unable to deal with the problem, you can throw a Frag Bomb and it will just wipe the screen clean. Moving down, we're going to pick up Soften 'em Up, which means enemies damaged by us take 15% more damage for 5 seconds. As we're going to be at the front hitting everything, that's really useful for the team to be able to wipe up. Then we're going to pick up Toughness Damage Reduction, and then we're going to pick up Loyal Protector. All this does is taunt enemies within 8 meters, making them attack only us for 15 seconds. Now when going down, there are 2 routes. I like to pick up Valuable Distraction. This means that anyone affected by Loyal Protector takes 25% extra damage from anything. You can pick up Go Again, which replenishes the cooldown every time you stagger an enemy, which we're going to be doing a lot with this build. And then I like to pick up Big Lungs, which just gives us the additional 50% radius. Then we're going to head down the left side and get the Rending. The main thing is we're going to be picking up Batter. Batter is really useful on this build because we're going to be using majority heavy attacks. It allows us to be able to do that additional damage, and especially if we're focusing down a larger single target, those bleed stacks will start to stack up. Then pick up 5% health. Then Hard Knocks means 1% damage to our next heavy melee attack on enemy stagger. Well, we're going to be staggering everything quite a bit. Then pick up Stay Close, which just allows some additional toughness replenishment in coherency. Moving down here, pick up the toughness, then just branch off to the right and get the toughness damage reduction, and then increase our coherency radius. This is just because we're going to be replenishing the toughness of our team in a much wider area. So going back, get Attention Seeker. Now there's a really interesting synergy with Attention Seeker and the Slab Shield. When ranged enemies shoot you while you are blocking, they will stop shooting you and run towards you with their melee weapon. This is really useful for getting rid of entrenched enemies, and I'll show you in the gameplay video. Get Stuck In, it's really useful. Every time we activate our tactical ability, we get 20% movement speed and immune to stuns and suppression. So it means we can get out of there and take all the enemies with us. Then pick up Bruiser, which means 5% ability cooldown reduction whenever we kill an elite enemy. Toughness boost, get no pushover. Blocking an attack reduces your push cost by 20% for 5 seconds. We're going to be pushing a fair few things with this build occasionally, especially when it synergises with the Tension Seeker to taunt them. Going down, get the health boost, and then pick up Feel No Pain. So Feel No Pain essentially gives us extra toughness replenishment and a damage reduction, with a total of 10 stacks, so that goes to 25% for each. Every time we take damage, we lose a stack, but they're restored passively every 3 seconds. Now you can get Pained Outburst, which is when you Feel No Pain stacks reach 0, you push all the enemies back and replenish 20% toughness. I like to get Strongest, so pushing enemies restores 1 stack of Feel No Pain, which ties in very nicely with no pushover and the blocking efficiency curios we have. Then get Toughest. Feel No Pain grants 2.5% toughness replenishment per stack, so that is just additional bonuses for our Feel No Pain. That means the toughness replenishment goes to 50%. So for the Slab Shield, slight attacks are quite basic sweeps, but what we're interested in is the wind up heavy attacks, which, with the blessings that we have, really knocks enemies around. And with the bleed stacks, gets us nice quick kills. An interesting point to note about the Slab Shield that not a lot of people know is the alternate fire. What this does is slam the shield down into the ground and gives us a really high block efficiency. The only problem with this is you can't move, meaning the enemies can go around your side if you're not in a corner. It's really useful when dealing with monstrosities or a demon host. The Grenadier Gauntlet is quite a basic weapon, but it has quite a high skill ceiling. Aim shots, with our extra damage boost, can one-shot gunners. The alternate attack does this. Really handy to deal with if you've got close by enemies and you need to knock them about. Also remember that the Grenadier Gauntlet can be used as a regular melee weapon, with light attacks and heavy attacks, which apply bleed because of our talents. As for the grenade, I'll quickly show you the radius. Now it does more damage the closer you are to the centre. So, for example, against these specials, it's a quick way to wipe the screen. For Loyal Protector, what will happen is enemies will get a red highlight around their head, showing they've been affected. Annoyingly, it doesn't work in here because enemies can't aggro to you. The same will also apply to our push attacks. Now, one thing I really like about my Grenadier Gauntlet that I want to quickly show you is, well, I have loads of sprint efficiency on it, meaning that my Ogryn can sprint for quite a while. Let's get into the gameplay. So it's a ventilation purge mission, which is going to be quite interesting to record because it's going to be a bunch of fog. But more importantly, there's a lot of ranged enemies, which means we're going to be able to really utilise that taunt on the shield. Okay, where are we? Okay, I think we're at the very start. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's all me. What I am going to struggle with is the gunners, because we're going to have to make sure that we aim up. There we go. Another one down. Oh, we have a shield. Psycho. I swear I did. Right, we'll wait for that. Right, is he going to do that? Oh, gotta reload. So what we can do is walk in. Doesn't work on like gunners who are actual named gunners, like that guy. Nope. What we're gonna do is just back up. What we need to do is we're just gonna have to stick in cover here at this very start. I've never actually seen this map with ventilation purge on. Dodge, aim, shoot, turn, aim, shoot. I'll take that ammo. It's interesting to see. This isn't really a ranged build, but yeah, we'll swing in for it. The main thing is it's the weaker guys who we're going to be able to manage and deal with. so he is now just attracted to us. So it works on these guys as well. So I just... Nope. My team don't absolutely annihilate them.
Don't strain yourself, sibling.
Oh. Oh, he's just... Why would he... Right. Try and manage this. Try my best. I think he's gone. Yeah, interesting way to attract the demon host, I suppose, but you just see the arc of lightning. So what I'm going to do is quickly pop that, and we're going to get the res off nice and quickly. Let's get our teammates up, because with the Void Strike staffs, they're going to be absolutely mince-meeting the Maulers. So for this build to be able to deal with any sort of armoured enemies, it does take time. But the bleed stacks are really useful for dealing with hordes as well. But what we can do is put a shield up, wait for them to shoot me, and you can see they're now running through towards me. Here he comes. Look at that. Where is that sniper? Oh, is he the other side? Oh, no. We'll just leave that problem for another day. Well, might as well get involved. So just even that additional bleed allows us to be able to deal with unyielding enemies. But never underestimate the push as well. Never underestimate it. Interesting place to throw a grenade, but each to their own. Let's get rid of this Reaper here. That's what we can do. Push these guys. You can see, because they shot at me, they all ran at me instead. So the Grenadier Gauntlet as well can be used to kind of just allow that last little bit of stagger to the enemy. So I want him to shoot me so I can show you the ability. Alright, let's go get them. Why are they pushing forward? Get the trapper. Always get the disablers when you can. You know, every other enemy you can deal with slow time. But it's the disablers who can pounce on people. Bonk. I mean, kudos to him if he's using his eviscerator. One day I'll hit the dog. Alright. Where is the bomber? So never underestimate tagging enemies, especially when visibility is low, like this. Don't particularly want to fight the horde here, because we're not got any good cover. But what I can do is just hold my shield out, and the enemies will start to rush towards me. Keep them swinging. It's interesting how ventilation perks will change drastically depending on where you are in the mission. Like at the start, I honestly wouldn't have said it was anything worse than, you know, just it's like bad weather. Whereas in here, it's obviously a lot harder to see. Ah, it's a tank that overhead. I didn't want to. That was annoying. Oh. The elevator's nearly here. There we go. Blink me, and here they come. So it's a really useful way of getting rid of like just generic ranged enemies. It's just to hold your shield up, and it'll bring them down from their kind of points of cover. Let's go. Oh. Come on.
Let's charge those defenses.
Beautiful. Oh. Spaghettified. Onwards.
We must find the shelter with all haste.
Not a lot of people checking the boxes.
That's vile. The water around here is not it.
Infestation sighted. You know what to do.
Oh, get the infestation as well while we're at it. Here we go. Right, wait for the main eye to pop. And give it a hit. Push the button.
There'll be more. You want to make your way down through the
So
superstructure.
what we'll do is just start pushing our way through. Nope. I was really hoping the team potentially let me nab that Medicaid just because one part of these build. Oh! Only reason is because it's easier for them to utilise medpacks, whereas for myself, I will hoover up an entire medpack just because of my health pool. They have a limited amount of health to heal, rather than like a set time frame. Oh, thought I'd hit that. Always try and keep your Grenadier Gauntlet reloaded. That Southern is just going for it separately. Oh, caught on the dog.
No longer a problem.
So what I can do is come down, I can use taunt to just attract all the enemy's attention, allow my team just to push through. It's a lot more useful when I have a bunch of melee enemies, but I'll take it. I think it's the first time I've actually done one of these Maelstrom missions. There we go. dodged right into that mutant.
Pass through the assembly line and make for smelter control.
Well, might as well get rid of that corruption, and it gets me 20 extra health. Okay, well our teammate has gone down there, so we're going to need to go welly in to help him. I hit the dog once, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to get the bleed off. There we go. Where's that sniper? Small plasteel. Pop. Yep. All planned. So, obviously don't underestimate just holding the shield and walking into gunners. They will shred it down, but it might give you enough time to walk to them to get a push off. Switch to my ultimate sprint Grenadier Gauntlet. Plasteel. Have that. I mean, I'm probably being a bit of an absolute loot hoover for the resources, but I desperately need them. Right, we need to start pushing up. Just climb through. Nope, reloading. Pop. It's a shame, there's a lot of grenades going off, but I haven't had the sort of necessity to use my nuke yet. Plasteel being ignored. I feel like this is ultimate plasteel collection gameplay. There we go. Oh! I was fully expecting that jump a little bit later. Thank you. Right, Plague Ogryn. Something for me. So all we can do, activate our taunt and just hit him. Hopefully our Zealot with his Viscerator will get some damage off. And we can just distract. Lever that up. Right. Moving on. It's kind of a shame that I can't show you one of the amazing bits of the build, and if that's the case I might have to quickly show you a brief bit of other gameplay of attracting sort of basic ranged enemies, because it's always really funny to see when they're all hunkered down in good positions, they shoot the shield once and they all just start running along a massive open plain. Oh, there's the box burster. Come on. No, you're not. Just shoot it. Okay, right. Heal up. Get rid of the music.
You need to purge the infestation. Look for demonic rogues.
switch to my Grenadier Gauntlet and sprint to the objective. It's terrifying how low it takes my stamina to go down.
I have a shield.
Okay. So we've got our bits here. There we go. There we go. One more. Utilising our amazing sprint to get cross map.
Oh, losing so much blood.
Okay. Teammates were alright.
A present just for you.
Okay, we'll quickly get that done while the team is dealing with ranged enemies. I just love how this sprint is. I just was not expecting this much stamina on Ogryn. There we go. Prime example. Activating our ranged taunt just to get one of them to push towards you. Back to sprinting. Up the ladder. Oh no, how do I get this one? There we go. As you can see, Ogryn shouldn't normally be able to sprint for this long. But mine can. Okay. Onwards, smelter is activated. They have made this better than it used to be, this mission. So what I can do is, if there are gunners just shooting at my team, this will start to attract them. Yeah, we're going to pop this, because I haven't used it. Big red hue on the screen. Stuff to use, my... Oh! Oh, that's a bit of lag. That's bad time to get some lag, I'll tell you that much. Ooh. So there we go. That's a Ogryn Stronghold build that you can see. I hope you enjoyed the video, and obviously subscribe to the channel if you want to catch more 40k content. This will be my last build video before the release of Space Marine 2, so make sure to stick around so we can catch some of that. The build videos aren't going away, they will be back, but I'm really excited for Space Marine 2, so I want to get a bit of time playing it. Anyways, have a good day, and happy hobbying.